And welcome back to Power Breakfast. Time for us to talk fashion. It is Fashion Friday, and this morning we're going to be talking a little bit about cold weather fashion tips. And just because the weather has changed doesn't mean that your style should be all, dull and unattractive. I've got a specialist, a designer here in studio to tell us more. Akinyi, I'll have you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your brand.
My name is Akinyi Odongo. I'm a fashion designer. I run a fashion brand called Akinyi Odongo Kenya, which is trademarked in Kenya. We're a high-end fashion brand and taking care of men and women who want to look good.
Men and women. Very good to be inclusive.
Yeah, it's very good to be inclusive.
Yeah, and you brought some of your pieces today, and we'll get to that. I just want to start with what you're wearing. Tell us about what's going on here with this. Is it a trench coat?
Yeah, it is a trench coat. I mean, this is one of my favorite fabrics that I use, the Masai Shuka. It is woven for us, so it's bespoke for Akinyi Odongo Kenya. We did the weaving in Nakuru. It's a very soft, kind of a fabric. And this is a reversible jacket.
Oh.
You can actually wear both sides.
Ways,
so depending on where you're going. Sometimes you don't need to carry too many pieces.
Yeah.
You can carry one piece that's wax in different ways.
Yeah.
And you can wear it in different ways. I mean, you can create a different look. If I put that under, I can have it like I can have it open, I can have it all closed up. So our pieces are pieces that you're able to, versatile, you're able to use them in different ways.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm seeing a lot of prints with what you brought as well, and I love that you incorporate the Maasai element to that. I think it's fantastic when us as Kenyans, we wear our own, own types of, before we see them on the runway in New York and things like that. So let's talk about the weather. It's been cold and rainy. And sometimes we don't know how to dress for that weather.
I think it all depends on an individual. Like, I've got boots today.
Very cute boots, by the way.
And if you look at the boots that I'm wearing, they're not very heavy.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm going to work, and sometimes you're going for a meeting. You don't want to wear a boot that is has a lot of metals, buttons, and so many things, but you still want to look a bit more serious.
Yeah. And
not have it like you're going for some dancing hall.
Exactly, exactly. You want to keep
so
it
again,
modest.
The choice of boots that you wear would be very critical, depending on where you're going and your age as well. Because I'm very focused. The kind of clientele that we target are the high. About 30 to 70 to 70-year-olds, people who know what they're looking for, they're serious, they're focused. So you don't want to walk into a place and people start looking at you, what's wrong with her?
Yeah.
It's different. The things that I came up with, the pieces that I've brought in here, you can see we have short-sleeved jackets, a crop a bit shorter. We have got long, we have the ones that are a bit wider. So it depends on how one feels. But when it's cold, it doesn't mean that you have to be dull, and I know it's very cold, and you don't want to be so, how do I say it? You still have to have color.
Right.
So for us, our pieces are very colorful. We have color, and we like to encourage people to wear more color.
Yeah.
And with the announcement yesterday with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs saying Kenya, people should start wearing local Fashion Friday, which is also something that we were really part of 2 years ago with Brand Kenya. And we are glad that that is coming right now. So it's high time. I mean, Kenyans go look for designers so that they're able to wear local brands.
Yeah, and embrace our own.
And when it is cold, you can still be stylish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to talk first, we were talking about your coat, your trench coat. You said it's reversible.
Yeah.
And I noticed it's got a nice belt there to cinch in the waist. I think that adds a little something as well. So you're not just covering yourself up completely. No, you're not covering
yourself completely. I have, the dress that I have under is actually a cap sleeve dress.
Okay.
So it's not sleeveless, just in case, like when I was coming today in the morning, it was a bit fun. I'm like, oh my God, it's not cold anymore.
Yeah.
So I just pull off my jacket and have my, still cap sleeve, very decent. You still can be at the office and not look too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the key points when you're dressing for warm weather. We're talking about, your head, your neck, your hands, your feet. We've talked about the boots. What special things can we do around this area? Because we'll see when it rains, the plastic bags come out and the shower caps. And that's not so stylish.
I think, I don't know if this also goes to the men.
Okay.
But I'm very sure many ladies have got like a small little umbrella inside their bag.
Yes.
When you have a paper bag on your head, I mean, it's a bit, it doesn't look good, or a shower cape. Yeah. But again, it depends. You may be caught off guard. There's days when you didn't expect it to rain, and it's, of course, your hair, you know, women and their hair, you don't want to cover their hair. Yeah.
But we've also seen styles where women use, for example, scarves as head wraps and do that very elegantly as well.
I mean, being African for me is very, very important. As much as my hair is too big, it's not. I can't even put a head wrap right now. But head wraps could easily work. Neck warmers, you could have scarves. Scarves that you can take a very long piece of fabric, or we have our pashminas, the laces, the kangas, the kikois. You can easily wrap it around your neck and still look very, very stylish. Yeah. So it all depends on how one decides to bring themselves out. Yes, well, those who will never wear neck warmers, probably because of the fabric. And most of maybe they're woolen, and the people who react to wool. Right, exactly. So you'll find that it's like me, if I put a woolen thing, you'll always feel like you want to scratch. So probably go for a cotton, like a kikoi, or a nice 100% cotton piece that you're able to wrap, that won't irritate you. Yeah. You can still have your head. I mean, you can still wrap your head. The way the Muslims do it, you can still wrap your head. It depends on how one feels. Or
we've seen also nice knit caps that people wear, some nice knitted, you know.
Yeah, there are a number of things. And looking at the fashion industry in Kenya, I've seen a lot of other designers coming up with things to cover their head, where you have even a bad hair day, but you're still having this nice looking head wrap, or whatever is under the head wrap. I mean, it's only you.
Only you know.
Yeah. So one just needs to be free. I believe in freedom. I believe in just being you. You can't be somebody else. Right. And there are things that work for certain people, and it doesn't work for certain people.
So my next question is inclusive of men and women both. Can you talk to us about the importance of layering when the cold weather gets in there? Because it's not just about you dressing kawaida and then throwing on a jacket. I've seen men who layer very well. They'll have their dress shirt on, they'll have a sweater, they'll have a coat on top of that. So what's the best way to go about layering for cold weather?
Layering, it's very important sometimes, because there are seasons when the weather is cold and then somehow it turns to be hot. Or there are days you've left the house, maybe you're feeling that today is very hot. So you wear your sleeveless and a light jacket, and when you get out, you're like, oh my God, the weather has changed. Yeah. And so sometimes it's very easy. Maybe it's very cold in the morning. When it gets to about 10 o'clock, it's quite hot. And you could still do maybe a shirt under, a half sweater, and you have your jacket on. So when it's too hot, you can remove your jacket and remain with your half sweater. Because you find most of the offices sometimes are very cold when you're indoors. When you're outside, it's very hot. And maybe afternoon when it's quite hot, remove the half sweater and just remain with your tie and your shirt, or if you're not having a tie. So you're able to carry all these things.
Interchange.
But again, it depends on, maybe it works for those who are driving. Because assume you're not someone who drives, because not everybody drives. You may need to carry an extra bag, where you'll be able to put all your stuff, layering. Right. It's very hard to layer sometimes because of the baggage. Probably if you're not having a car, or you don't want to carry a heavy bag, you'll have to maybe put your jacket on your arms and do all these things. So again, I always say it depends on an individual. Yeah. Dressing and fashion, what I tell my clients and people that we work with, that just do what is comfortable for you. Don't do something because someone else is doing it. Right. Yeah.
It's always good also to invest in a good coat, I think, for everyone.
Get like a two-piece jacket like what
we have. So that was my next question, is do you invest in a statement piece such as what you're wearing? Do you invest in something that's more neutral, that you can, play around with different outfits? How do you decide that this is going to be my coat for this season?
With what we do, if you look at what we have here, we tend to do pieces that are very versatile. And we always advise our clientele that get pieces that you're able to use in season and out of season, and you can be able to use them across all functions. Example of this jacket that I'm wearing right now, I can easily walk into a meeting, maybe when I don't want to shout too much, and wear this other side. If I'm walking in, I want to be so Kenyan, I'm doing this red side, I can change it and wear it the other side. But it's you must really be sure of what you want to bring out. It's important that you own up some masterpieces that you don't need to throw away. You keep them for particular events, particular seasons, and choose pieces that you're able to wear across a number of pieces.
Yeah.
Because as women or as men, you may have maybe it's a black pants or a black dress or a red dress or a yellow dress, a brown, but like get pieces that you're able to throw over every other piece that you
can mix and match.
Yeah, so that it's more, it makes a lot of sense when you invest in a piece that you're able to use it more and more.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I want to talk about the pieces that you brought for us today, and you did mention that color adds quite a bit, even in dull weather.
Yeah.
As long as what you're wearing is colorful, you'll sort of stand out. So maybe you can just take us through what some of these pieces are, where you would wear them to, how much they cost.
How much they cost? Okay, these are hand-woven pieces. We work with a lot of women across Africa who do hand weaving, so hand-picked cotton, hand-woven materials, then we do hand dyeing. Everything is natural.
Wow.
So these are very high quality. You know, we look at the environment and realize what are we doing to also for our environment. We have them in different sizes, different designs. Like this is a very, it's a crop, a short jacket, and this can be worn to the office. You can have a black dress and a short skirt with a camisole. Yeah. You can have your scarf on, or if you wear a long-sleeved turtleneck, you can do a turtleneck and wear a short
this over,
this over, which means, and when it's hot, and when you go to layering,
back to layering,
you can actually wear a camisole in, a turtleneck, and a jacket like this.
Oh, okay.
So when it's too hot, I mean, you can excuse yourself, go remove your turtleneck, and just now wear your short-sleeved jacket and your camisole in. So again, you cannot, I can't just say that you can wear only trench coats in a cold weather, and it depends on how stylish and how you wear it. Feel. Also, we have the concept, the same concept, but a long sleeve. So it all depends on your style, because people have different styles, different tastes. This is a little bit heavier, and again, it depends on the weight of the fabric, how one wants it to be. We have different weights of fabric. Some are very light, some are quite heavy. This is another one. We had it digitally printed. It's a two-sided.
Wow.
Yeah, it's two-sided trinket. You don't want to try it on?
Well, I have microphones and things happening.
Okay, so with that we have the other side, which you can wear, and you wear this other side. This is also very heavy.
What material is this? Yeah, because it is quite heavy.
It is heavy. It's a mixture of, we have cotton in it, we have a bit of viscose in it, some mixture of various fabrics.
We'll definitely keep you warm.
And then we have, we've done it a two-sided and put underlaying a gum under, so it's quite heavy. Yeah. So when it's very cold, then this is what you need to wear. Okay. But if it's hot, you can't wear it. I mean, you'll just
a bit much,
And sometimes you may want to just wear a dress under or something, but we can also still do, you know, wear a skirt.
The same,
so it's the same thing. We have put these two different colors because we have the two-sided jacket, so
you have that contrast going on here as well.
And we also have the two, so you can decide to wear it with the brown.
I really like this jacket.
Yeah, and you can decide to wear it with the green, or just choose a one-colored skirt
and have something different going on.
And the beauty is that, as we said, our pieces are pieces that you're able to wear different ways. You can still use this with a totally different thing. You don't have to wear it together with this. So depending on what one wants to wear, this is another one that we've got.
This is beautiful.
It's a trench coat as well.
Yeah, it's got lace going on.
It's a brocade. It's called brocade. Okay. So it looks lacy, but it's not lace. Okay. Again, we have a collar that you can leave it that way, or you can have it recoil it around your neck, so that it creates that cover over the neck. You're able to play around with it in different ways. Some clients actually wear it as a dress because it's got the hidden, you know, the buttons, so it's not open like this. Yeah. It's got buttons under, the concealed buttons, and it's buttoned until that place. So it depends on how you want to wear it. Very, so there are people who will wear it with maybe tights or boots, and it works. Again, it all depends on individual style and what makes them comfortable. You have the belts at the back, you have the details there, we have pocket. We are very big on details for us. When we do our pieces, we do a lot of detail work. So we have this in different colors, the green, purple, and that. And then we have also this is our #1 favorite seller. I think Carol Mutoko had it yesterday. It was a buzz.
Yes, I saw it on Instagram.
And this for us is just one-sided. You actually is not double-sided like this, so it's just one side, and that can be done.
It's a very unique way of wearing.
It's a very unique way of wearing, fabric, and people sometimes say, "But that's not Shuka."
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, and again, this is a very easy. It breathes.
Okay.
It's 100% cotton. You can wear it with tights. You can wear it with jeans. You can wear it with.
So it's kind of flowy.
It's flowy. It's wide. It's easy. We have the button there. We have a zipper.
Yeah.
So you can actually wear it open.
Yeah, this can go either with like tights, you're saying, or like jeans.
Yeah, you can go with tights. Oh, I need to hold. I need to do it for you. Yeah, because it's not opening. Yeah, so it has got a zipper.
Okay.
And it's got that button under. It's fully lined. So again, it depends on what ones. And we also, all our products, we have our care labels, so you're able to know how you take care of your.
And again, you said these are the material for all of this is handmade.
All these materials are, some of them are handmade, some are not. Some of them are actually machine done. But this is handmade. This is what we have that is handmade right now.
Okay.
These other ones we've got. This one was digitally printed. It's machine. This is machine as well. Produced for us in Nakuru. So
but totally made here in Kenya.
Yeah, made here in Kenya.
Okay.
And yeah, so we try to also play around with different colors because someone may not like this. Yeah. But still like the same design, but they may like this.
Yeah.
Or someone may come and say, I don't really like the colors, I want mine in plain, but I want the same design. So we are very...
So you do custom...
Yes, we do custom
work as well.
We do custom work.
Okay.
And the pieces that we do, we don't produce in mass. We do them like in 10 pieces, 15 pieces per color, so that we don't have everybody else wearing.
I think that's very important because especially when we're talking dressing for cold weather and standing out, you also don't want to stand out just like everyone else is standing out. You want unique pieces that someone will stop you and say, wow, where did you get that? How can I have that custom made? Well, thanks for sharing these with us.
Thank you.
These are very beautiful.
Thank you.
You did say that your designs are for a little bit more mature sort of clientele. So what are we talking price range here?
Our pieces ranges from about 22,000 upwards. So it depends on the
22,000, like if I'm getting this
a piece.
A piece.
Yeah.
But so again, custom made.
Custom made. We can custom make them, and we also do have some that are ready.
Yeah.
And as we had mentioned, we only do 10 pieces per color.
Wow.
And because again, the clientele that we are targeting, everybody wants to look unique, and they don't want to wear what everybody else wears.
Yeah.
But that's not how we started. This is a totally different clientele that we target here. We also have a cheaper, a more affordable range that we are working on, and where we're able to have things that are not maximum 10,000, from 2,000 to a max of 10.
Okay.
So slowly we are rolling out different things.
Yeah. And where are these pieces of yours available?
We are located in Safer Towers, 4th floor. If a client wants to come and see us, they can book an appointment with us. We are available on our social media pages, IG, Akinyi Odongo Kenya. Facebook, we are at Akinyi Odongo Kenya as well. Twitter, Akinyi Odongo Kenya. So we are available. Our telephone numbers are there. Our email is on our website. And they can pay us a visit. Yeah.
You mentioned that you had been involved in the whole Brand Kenya movement 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What type of responses have you seen from Kenyans since then? Have you seen that we're incorporating more of our own pieces, or are we looking out for more Kenyan designers and stylists and those types of things? Have you seen a change?
Yeah, there's a lot of change in the air. 2 years ago, we had a meeting as fashion designers. At ADB Bank, there was this movement called Fashionomics, and they wanted to launch in Kenya. So designers were called, and we had a very big meeting, which I was part of. I was actually chairing the meeting on that day. So we did invite the designers, and I remember I went to Mary Luseka, the CEO of Brand Kenya. She was part of that conversation, and Minister of Industrialization. And one of the things that we took out of that, we wanted to say, can we work with Brand Kenya too? We can do Fashion Friday. So it was Fashion Friday. It was 2 years ago. It took a bit of some time. And I think this year it picked up again, where Brand Kenya is able to start doing the campaigns every Friday. We're encouraging offices and the whole country to wear Kenyan brands. And I was very impressed that I think Mary did a presentation to the diplomats and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And yesterday there was a circulation going around that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has actually given a circular that people must wear African and Kenyan designs. And that's a good way to go. We are on the right direction. It means more designers have got more work, even to the village level. You know, it means if this thing is picked up and institutions take it seriously, the president, the CSS and all this, take it seriously, I mean, it will go a long way.
Absolutely, and it's so important to have that support. And I think Kenyans will go ahead and embrace that.
So I even hope that even media houses, I mean, news anchors, they need to start wearing, I mean, local brands.
No, I think sometimes it's just a matter of people like not really knowing, like, where do I go to get these custom pieces and where do I go to get something unique. So
I think with that, we're going to work with Brand Kenya closely, where we are going to feature designers every week. So Kenyans will be able to know who are the designers, where they're located, where they're working, and all that. So it's going to be soon, because the other challenge has been Kenyans do not know where to get this product,
exactly.
And probably we are not doing enough as designers to market our products.
Especially online, which is where a lot of people are doing
online and all that. So
window shopping.
As an industry, there's a lot that we still need to do. And with the support of media houses, government offices, I think we're going to go a long way. So looking forward to more campaigns of local brands, and every media house to take this seriously. The lawyers, I mean, we can start challenging the LSK people. What can you start wearing?
Why not?
Why do you just wear plain, straight, black and white or navy? And it's an offense to wear a colored. I mean, we need to start having these conversations so that we grow the industry, because if we say that all Kenyans must wear a Kenyan, something made in Kenya every Friday, believe you me, even the tailor in the village who charges 200 shillings will be able to get this.
We'll benefit from that.
We'll benefit from that. So I think it's a good way to start.
A great initiative.
I'm very impressed.
I look forward to seeing more of that. Thank you so much for sharing your pieces with us and some tips. I've learned a lot. I need to add some color to my wardrobe. I need to add some unique African prints as well. So thank you so much, Akinyi Odongo, for being here and talking to us on Fashion Friday. Power Breakfast continues next. DJ Roy T-Boy is in the house with Level Up Fridays. Do you have any requests that you want to hear? Getting you into the weekend mode. We'll do that for you next. Stay tuned.